Our last but not least pitch slam participant is Partake Foods with Denise Woodard.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Denise Woodard, and I'm the founder of Partake Foods, a line of allergy-friendly kids' food. I was inspired to start Partake last June because I was frustrated with the lack of convenient, healthy, allergy-friendly meal and snack options that existed for my daughter Vivian, who suffers from severe food allergies. Vivian's definitely not alone. There's 1 in 13 children in the US that suffers from a food allergy. That's nearly 2 kids in every classroom, and that figure is up 50% since 1997 and is expected to continue to grow to 1 in 10 by 2020. In addition to the families that are dealing with food allergies, there's millions of Americans who choose to live a gluten-free or vegan lifestyle because of personal or health reasons. I created Partake as a solution for those families to become a trusted allergy-friendly food brand. As we continue to grow and innovate, we'll always stay true to these brand tenets. Our products will be made with simple, whole food ingredients. We don't use any gums, any stabilizers, any rice flours or starches, some of the traditional ingredients you find in gluten-free foods. We're committed to being a socially responsible company, as evidenced by our certification as a pending B Corp, and our commitment to donating a portion of our revenue to food allergy research. Our products are all free of the top 12 allergens, vegan, kosher, non-GMO project verified, and gluten-free. Our first products are 3 SKUs of mini cookies: sprouted grain chocolate chip, carrot oat, and sweet potato millet. They're all packaged in a 5.5-ounce box that retails for $4.99. Our target consumer is the food allergy mom. She's typically an older millennial who has a child with food allergies. About $25 billion is spent in the US annually caring for children with food allergies. In addition, our secondary consumer is the better-for-you mom who shops in the natural grocery stores and isn't looking to necessarily make radical changes in her lifestyle, but is looking for better-for-you snack or meal options where they do exist. I feel confident that we have the team in place to grow Partake. I think I'm uniquely qualified to grow this brand. I have a background in CPG, and most recently was a director of national sales in Coca-Cola's Venturing and Emerging Brands division. Prior to that, I spent about 6 years working on Coca-Cola's trademark brands. So I have experience working on big brands as well as the smaller entrepreneurial brands the company was invested in. In addition, my husband's the CFO, and he has an extensive mergers and acquisitions investment banking background. And our product developer has lots of gluten-free and vegan product development and innovation experience, most recently developing products for a company that was acquired by a big CPG corporation. To review a timeline of kind of where we were and where we're planning to go, as I mentioned, I had the idea for Partake last June. We ran a Kickstarter campaign in October and November of last year that I think showed some sort of proof of concept. We had over 200 backers that raised $30,000 in pre-sales and finished in the top 1% of all food Kickstarters ever. We held a trial production run in March and will plan to start actual production later this month. Once we have that product, our sales and marketing strategy is fairly simple. My sales mantra is to start small, think big, and scale quickly. We'll plan to self-distribute to independent natural and specialty retailers in the New York and New Jersey market, as well as sell via e-commerce through Jet, Amazon, and our own website. As we continue to grow in natural and specialty grocery, as well as on-premise, targeting camps, private schools, and airports, we'll hope to move to conventional grocery in the future. From a marketing perspective, we'll go where our consumer is, planning to sample at Autism Speaks events, Fair Walks, which is the Food Allergy Research Education Network, local farmers markets, and the Gluten-Free and Allergen-Free Expo. Through our Kickstarter campaign, we were able to begin to forge relationships with various influencers in the food allergy, vegan, and gluten-free communities. So we'll continue to build on those relationships with a targeted social media, PR, and influencer outreach strategy. Thank you very much for your time.
Great. Well, judges, what did you think? What are your questions?
So we just raised a whole bunch of money under a platform called SAFE, which stands for Safe, Allergen-Friendly Environment. And my partner's on the board of the FAIR organization. And one of the challenges that we see with a lot of these young emerging brands is how do you still keep them safe? Because when you're making them in a controlled area, you can remove some of the allergens, but as you try to scale and give more to the masses, you need to figure out if your farmers are contaminated, if your co-packers have the right allergen programs, and if you give a product with these claims on it to a consumer like my kids who have allergens, you could really hurt them. So how do you see your ability to scale with a lot of obstacles in this space?
That was definitely our largest challenge from the beginning. We've partnered with a co-packer who will be able to scale with us if we grow to a national scale. They have a top 8 allergen-free facility, and we have a QA director who's a 1099 employee who has experience working with the category leader in allergy-friendly food. So we feel confident that we'll be able to keep our products as safe as possible.
The first thing you said was that this is an allergy-friendly kids food, but to me the packaging feels much more adult than it does kids. So, and I realize you're selling to the parents, trying to feed maybe younger people, but how do you think about that?
So we tried to keep it kid-friendly with the polka dots. We didn't want to alienate moms as well as adults. We've taken the product into our respective workplaces, my husband and I, and we found that adults actually really enjoy the product as well, whether they have food allergy restrictions or not. And so we didn't want to alienate adult consumers, and since it is mom who's shopping, we felt like the millennial mom, who typically is maybe higher income, coastal, is looking for more of a minimalist packaging type.
And down the road, have you thought about targeting men as well? Because in some reports and statistics suggest that more and more men are shopping for the home and for the families and take the kids along on the purchasing trips as well. So is that consideration down the road?
That's definitely something we'll keep an eye on as we monitor knowledge and insights. I will say that the feedback we've gotten thus far, it was a lot of positive feedback from men, which I was surprised by. So definitely something we'll keep an eye on.
So if you've shown this, as you've shown this brand to consumers, are they taking away Partake Foods as the brand, or are they remembering mini cookies or sweet potato millet or some of the other flavors?
Thus far, we haven't had a problem with brand recognition. As we continue to grow, we definitely plan to keep the brand at the forefront through social media and influencer marketing, and a lot of explanation about why we chose the brand name, which was because I was really concerned about my daughter growing up and feeling alienated and not being able to eat normal snacks. And so we want people to feel free to partake in life and in our snacks and our foods. And so that's something we'll definitely try to keep front of our story.
Great. Well, thanks so much, Denise.
Thank you.